According to a recent Google report, during the lockdown, the digital dependence of the users is increasing. But what does that mean? Is it just a temporary phase or has it changed us forever? Let's find out. Hi Jesh, thanks for taking our time. So you work on in the Google ecosystem within Merkle Socrates, helping brands promote their products and services. What can you tell us about these new trends that Google is saying are coming out on the user behavior during this lockdown, and will it stay forever or is it just a temporary phase?
Yeah, hi Umang. Thank you for this. So yes, obviously, so there is a change in the consumer behavior during this lockdown and the COVID scenario. So I would like to tell you this in basically in three steps. So the first one being the amount of time spent by the users on the digital platforms. Okay, so recently the Google has published a report in which they have mentioned that in this the lockdown period, on an average, a user is spending 4.5 hours of his a day on his smartphones, and the majority of which is the time they are spending on social media websites, social bloggings, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and all. So we can conclude that the social media is now capturing its depth. Okay, people nowadays are posting videos, photos on the social blogging websites, and giving the ratings and reviews of particular products, brands, or services, so which act as a user generated advertorial content. And this kind of content can act as a either can act as a promoter or demoter for any particular brand or product. The second one being, which is a kind of very interesting one, is like a increase in the number of users from rural and the tier 2 tier 3 cities. So the number of internet users have increased tremendously uh, among the couple of months. So every company should keep these kind of things in mind while making a new marketing strategies, so that they can capture the relative and the right audiences. And the next thing that we are observing nowadays is the increase in number of conscious consumers. So what I meant, people nowadays are proactively buying hand sanitizers, face masks to protect themselves and their families. Okay, and there are several e-commerce now which have now started selling those products on their platform to acquire those audiences and those consumers. So these are the some trends which are observing recently. And so t- any brand or any company should keep this kind of changing trends in mind while planning a new marketing strategy or marketing campaigns.
So it's interesting what you're saying that it's not just which is obvious that because people are locked in that they're going online, but it's also changing how are they thinking and what are they searching for. So that's a shift in the consumer psychology. So this is new for brands. I don't know if they're prepared for it, but how would you leverage this change if you were a brand within the digital marketing ecosystem?
So first thing is that we need to target right audience with the right communication. Okay, so due to this COVID scenario, many of the businesses and jobs have been impacted. Okay, so this is very necessary for us to target the right audience with the right messaging. Let's say, if I give you an example, so in this lockdown period, so the search universe around a certain search queries and keywords have increased close to 3 times compared to the pre-COVID period. Okay, so the search universe around the Python online courses, machine learning courses have increased by 3 times. Okay, so if I'm an e-commerce, okay, and I am selling multiple product type categories from my platform, then it makes more sense to target those users via a high-end laptop ad. So these kind of things, like a brand and every company should keep in mind. So going ahead, so the targeting right audiences with the right messaging is the key now.
Understood. But so I'm just curious, does this only apply for e-commerce? Are there other types of brands and verticals that can also leverage this, or is it just limited to online?
So no, definitely it's not basically about the e-commerce industry only. Like as I've told you, due to this pandemic situation, the users and a normal people are very afraid of it. They don't know what's gonna happen next. Okay, BFSI sector and insurance policy sectors are also emerging nowadays to giving the best to the audiences. So this kind of trend are also we are observing.
So that sounds great, but where should a brand start today? There's a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion, and you don't want to try too many different things. What would be some simple starting steps to look into for finding these trends, these insights, and then going ahead and actually leveraging them?
Yes, Venga, definitely. So every company should try to implement their omni-channel presence. Okay, and from my point of view, every company should have their own omni-channel infrastructure and omni-channel strategy. Okay, and to implement this successfully, every company should needs to work very closely within their own departments, within their own subdivisions. So there are basically five pillars of a successful omni-channel strategy, I should say. The first one being the product. So every company should understand what their product is all about. What are the functions of it? Okay, the deep dive knowledge of any particular product is very important. The second one being the marketing strategy. So what kind of marketing strategies are applicable to that product? How can we implement them? So such kind of things we need to taken care of. The third one being the sales strategy. How are we boosting sales of that particular product? So implementing right marketing strategy with the right sales strategy is the kind of the key that the most of the brands and companies are looking for. And the fourth one being the customer support. This one comes to us like how are we responding to our customer queries, how proactively and how like how are we responding to the our customers basis their queries and their problems. And the fifth one being the customer success. So by incorporating those kind of four pillars or four strategies, every company or every brand can can like come up as a uh, can pass this COVID situation and can start a fresh start for this pandemic.
Sounds good. So these five pillars are not only talking about omni-channel, but like along the entire customer life cycle. So it's really a holistic view that brands should take. Tell me, from the universe of Google, what are some of your favorite tools or something that you think is working for brands more? Just some simple tidbits that maybe brand can research a little bit more about.
So from the Google point of view, I should say machine learning campaigns and the AI based campaigns are doing comparatively good. Okay, so it's like if we know that there are we don't know the user trends. There the user trends are keeps on fluctuating from the past 2 3 months. Okay, so it's if we are like if we are launching a campaign, if we want to promote any kind of particular or services via paid marketing, then it makes more sense now right now to go with the machine learning based campaigns, so that we are giving a leverage to the Google algorithm program itself to find out the most potential users for my brand, for my sales objective. So that's the one thing it is which is coming out nowadays.
Interesting. So you're basically saying we can now leverage the advanced AI ML algorithm that Google uses to find appropriate audiences, and you can sit back and kind of analyze what's actually working for you and make a more global level decision.
Yes, Suman, yeah, definitely.
All right, sounds good. So that's great. That's a great starting step. I think it should help brands build up a little bit of a head start momentum as we all start to recover from this global pandemic. Thanks a lot for your time, Jayesh, and we'll definitely be back with more questions on the latest of digital marketing in the next episode.